Sakantikun ia A.CHIK KOBOR rumchakso KOBORangko paragatna skangba KOBORni kata bichongrang. Tura supermarket ok saktogijak sengani ko matna. Kusuk menggani ko srangi aganani bidingo chanchirmani ko garo cultural heritage o ongata. Reservation policy ko nipulna sorkari gun gnanggpa aru mekhang nitiani donggijakpa expert committee ko nanga skodong minister. Mekha jembe wa nichi bijoli ko watani namdap roroinga konrait sangma. Police kamna ranapani ko daktaigen Preston Tinchong. NPP ni delani KHADC osan Congress bakrama aigen MDA genini adok solkario chinga bakram jawa MDC Gabriel Warlang. Ketar reservation roster ko jakhalangen ma amparilindo. Jojo chugumekpa ko barangko paragatna. Tura jilao mengsengbegipa anti charam bam supermarket chakna Topulgiza sengbegipa biatamsa ongengani ko neki saksa social activist pasongsalna dangdeki onggepa jaini and sangmani parakatani gitari patangama sarango je nosto onggeparangko ranggatek tharak pe tharitapkemanrang daw nosto ongplenga ha ni wiata ha ia supermarket ni khama batkepa gadango me shipalgeba jolo nalarangni chi selthagija jokprakani chi aro phakmarangoni chirang sela ni chi unbaksana jaborangko simsakija galani aselrango namin sengbegpa biap ongenga. Banga dokan nokkeparang ia chakna amthogijagpa senganina matnangi uamangni shugungijaniko parak tokaha. Anti tamni jabol galchakram gita cha senganiko Tura Municipal Board TMB niroki rangsan kam khae onnananga ni jaini sangma agananga ha. TMB ni CEO Rukse marakna yarangni bidingo wiaton contractor ni kosako kamrang ka artik kungja ni matnangi aganska ha. Nehu Tura campus ni INTCH Meghalaya chapter aru English department PRIME Meghalaya baksa nangrami mengobar sado kusuk menggani ko shrangi aganani bidingo garo cultural heritage o ongate chanchirmani ko dakanga ha. Ya thopme chanchirmani muksongani ara A.CHIK dakarkani japang jadul banoni ongbaha uko manderangna wiatrorona masigipa manderangni aganthalatani onanian onga ia aganthalati onaniara skangpa A.CHIK dakarkani ko jekai nokrom ko nokododani akhangni nokma ongani nokphanti arwan galani geman agananga ha ia thomani ko social media o manderangna dakme sokopara entrepreneurs dingtang kamrangko changgapa sapkaparang aru dakarkanio bakora geparang ni namgani na ongataha aru sak sotok mang na batpli kisgdang gepa manderang online register ka ha aru matam rang thomgepa biapon register ka ai pakho rang aha Sorkari batangama sarango reservation policy ko nipultaina ani skangpa expert committee na member rang ko sandina search committee ko sipukota ha Uamangni expert committee na member rang ko siokaniyo mandeni ui masigpa changgapa sapkapa ko mekhango donni expert committee ona siokaniya nangchongmotkepa ongenga ani adoknis kodong minister parakata ha Sorkari ni gita chingai expert committee ni member rang ko adok thangoni ba aphaloni ongna nanggen ni tik ka adong khuja ni konrat sangma agananga ha adokni gita political dorang aro NGO rang reservation policy ko ni pulna expert committee member rang adok thangoni nokna nanga ni akhangska ha search committee member rang ko sandina abachinga nga ha aro adita bimingrang ko chinga sande dona ha aro sandeni ko dakangkugen ni adoknis kodong minister agandapang ha expert committee na namgapa member rang ko chingna nanga chida kore sakanti adok ko sondoingpa jatrang Apsan meli mekhang etiagri kamko kana matgen aru mekhang chining nekani kora bathaija china namgapa sakhi ko aru beti ko namgen ni wa aganda panga ha
yeah we have already in fact started looking for names the search committee has already gone through a large number of names we expect that more and more names will come in already in fact today in my small briefing with the chief secretary he has already briefed me on certain names that are already coming up but obviously we want a very good panel of names so that we are able to come up with a good committee and a committee that will be balanced and at the same time a committee that will be neutral in nature, independent in nature and obviously effective and be very qualified so that proper report can be brought out.
On queries as to if panel members of the expert committee will also consist of members from outside the state, the Chief Minister responded,
We are looking at all aspects. We are not closing ourselves into any specific, that it should be from state or outside. I think the quality of and the qualification of the individual and the capacity of the individual, I think, will be the top criteria for us. And then we'll see, of course, and decide on how to, if there has to be something balanced that has to be made, then we'll look at that aspect also.
Adoko mukajim be wani chi bijoli ni namro rani ko nagna gata matninga ndiba mukhang chi bijoli ko dena nangjana gata adok solkari mukrake dongna nangenga ni adok nis ko tong minister Conrad Sangma kananga ha Raybank babal sina ba mukha bachirang ko rpingi donani chorang ko sandianian ya somoyo sumsake dongna nangani ongenga jeda kode Raybank pa sarrango bijoli ni denani ko chagrong thaina nangjawa ni Conrad Sangma aganda panga ha Adoko dengtang bijoli ko pekotna karkana rang chini tangdoani aro komiani kadang rang ko nirok sandi e namgapari mekhangani ko chanchi samsoi donna nanggen ni Conrad Sangma paragata ha skangapa changna adoko dem ge gatham bijoli pekot kapa karkana rang jean jainte hilso leska aro kasi hilso omiam ni bijoli pekota ni ko dagata manenga Aru garu husne kanol dem ni koba makangchi bijoli ko bokot na gata aba chengnat kena bijoli ko dena ni che manderang na ni nekani ko chelatna gata chinga kamrang ko donthongi je khainga ani wa aganda panga ha
We have improved. The rain has, of course, been really generous, and we have been really seeing improvement. But at the same time, it is important for us to be prudent, and we have to realize that just because the rains are coming in, we just simply stop everything. May not be a very, a very efficient way of working at it. So prudence is very important at this point in time. We need to realize that even though the rains are coming in, how can we sustain the entire process in the next 1 year so that we don't have to face the same kind of situation where we had, 8, 9 hours, 10 hours of cut. I think to minimize that, I think there needs to be some kind of a plan system of maintaining the overall water levels in the different power generating units. The good part is that today, for the first time in the history of our state, all the 3 regions are actually producing power. So we have Ganol producing power today, we have Leshka producing power from Gente Hills, Ganol from Garo Hills, and obviously the Umiam today. So all 3 regions today are contributing towards the power supply, and this is a very positive step forward. But a lot more needs to be done. And as I said that, yes, the people are facing a lot of challenges. We've seen a bit of improvement. We have tried to minimize the different inconveniences people are having. But it will not be possible for us to completely take it out. The reason being, as I said, we want to be prudent, and we want to ensure that we are able to sustain things in such a manner that we don't have to face another situation of heavy cuts in the future.
Reservation roster ni bidingu gatal gapo office memorandum ko manani jaman Deputy CM in charge Home Police Preston Chinsong DGP aro officer rang Police Department no gatal gapa marumna panirang ko dakang china gata getani ko dakaha ni junjani ko gutari ko para kataha
I've instructed my officers DGP and all, so they are in the process of completing all the whole process, and then the result will be out.
Nongsting ajani MLA RMDC Gabriel Balang NPP Doli Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council KHADC ko Redla Niosan Bakram Phana Manaigen Ndiba NPP chi atoko de lengpa MDA gni Sorkari yude Bakram na manjawa ni KOBOR athum parang na agan chakani parakata ha Congress talgapane aganani gitari adok talbeg pa mung District Councilor Namin dingthanga aro Congress tolni NPP dol baksa dao bakram phaani alselja phangara wamangni dakar ka ar bewali namgani na sawa ani agani mamung saloba chinga MDA solkari na sakjawa niwa parakanga ha MDA gni solkari na chakphani ko nani maiba khatharang ko CM ni khatha kurang na donga hama ni KOBOR thumparang ni sngon CM ni mamung khatha ko dao de pet khna adong khuja ni Congress ni dalgapa parakanga ha
We only support in the district council for the welfare of our culture. District council is so much different with the state. In the district council, we're looking after the culture of the people. So there is no chance of supporting the MDA government in the under the MDA government. We are not going to support.
Reservation Policy ni Chairperson aro Health Minister ma Amparain Lingdo Kogsa Jun Budpar Salo Ketal Reservation Roster ko Nuksam Swes Ado ko Jakalangen ni Agana ha.
Like I had said yesterday, I reiterate, political parties, members of civil groups, civil society groups, NGOs, student community groups, whoever has any queries or suggestions to the government of Meghalaya with regards to any necessary change in this review of the reservation policy have to send it to us in writing. Once we've received all of these documents from all sources, then we try and figure out what is the question. Who wants to change what in the reservation policy? The reservation policy is very broad. Now, individuals seeing any defects need to indicate those defects. If you're giving a suggestion, give us that suggestion. In the meanwhile, the search committee has already been announced. When you say that get a constitutional expert, surely you must be knowing that likely within the state of Meghalaya, it would be difficult to find a constitutional expert. What is the next move? We have to make offers. We have to engage. We have to find out whether there would be any constitutional expert who would even want to be a part of this reservation review, policy review. If there are going to be legal concerns, once parties and stakeholders send us their suggestions, and if the government, which is going to be through its committee on reservation formed by political parties, when we feel that we would need or we would be facing some legal conflicts that would not pass legal scrutiny, then we will have to look for the legal experts. Now, what is the kind of legal expert that we expect? Do we need just advocates, senior advocates? Do we need retired judges? We need to figure out the content of this entire exercise that will take place. And if you think that all of that is only going to take 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then I think it's going to be wrong. That is why we fast-tracked a common agreement amongst all stakeholders, inclusive of the political parties, on at least the roster which has to be actually put in position and place. Now all political parties seem to be in agreement on that. So at least that we've been able to do, so that we do not further cause further delays and complications on various jobs that need to be immediately put in place. That has been done. Now the political conglomeration of political parties committee, of which I am a chairman, will likely be one of the ways in which all of this information can be collected, put together, documented, and then we will likely have to consult the law department, we have to consult political department, we have to consult personnel department. So all of that is going to take a lot of time. And anything that we do from here forward, we have to do with a lot of caution. Because whatever decisions we take will have standing repercussions, and we should minimize any negative repercussions that can put us in further controversy across this country, across this vast nation where there is another kind of a policy that is in operation. So in the interest of protecting our people, we need to do it intelligently, patiently, and with a lot of insight. We should not be pushed, we should not be in a hurry.
Yerang sandal ni KOBOR ni suing baro kanat musuing basakan tikon metela.